And welcome to today's WSTR broadcast. I'm your host, Phil Hoffman, and today on WSTR we're going to kick things off with an interview I had with Miss Welsh Huggins. Let's take you to that interview now. And welcome to the interview. I'm your host, Phil Hoffman. Today we have Miss Welsh Huggins. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me today, Phil.
I'm really excited for this interview. Talk to you a little bit about the arts and singing and choir. And my first question, I guess, for you is, what kind of got you interested in singing and the arts and choir?
It's a great question, Phil. I've been involved in the arts and in music since I was a little kid. My grandpa was a jazz piano player, and my sisters and I all performed. We were all in choirs. We all played a bunch of instruments. If you drove past or walked past my house when we were little, it sounded like a music store. We had so many musical instruments going on at the same time. So it was a huge part of my growing up, a huge part of my own high school experience. But then by the time I got to college, I went into other things, and I got interested in English and became an English teacher. And it was only after raising my kids and realizing the impact of arts on their lives that I kind of came back into doing it more myself.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So it was more of a journey for you.
Yes, it certainly was.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So how's Centennial so far? I think that's what the students,
Yeah, so far it's been great. Yeah, I have known about Centennial for a long time. I've had friends of my kids came here. In fact, this was the high school that I hoped my kids would go to, but the lottery just took them in a different direction. But I love the Centennial community. I love the family feeling here. I love how welcoming all the students have been, and I love the support of the whole community for the arts. And it's just a great community experience.
Yeah, all the musical programs and the choir and the theater and band are just doing so well. We're pretty large too for Columbus City School. So a few days ago, or it should be a week now, we had the International Day of Peace.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I hadn't known what that was, and I thought it was a really cool, experience having people sing. Tell me a little bit about the Day of Peace.
That was, I learned about that actually, about the choir part of that. This summer I was doing some reading in the American Choral Directors Association newsletters, and a promotion came out for trying to gather people from choirs all around the world to sing this one specific song, a South African peace anthem, on the International Day of Peace, which is September 21st. And the idea was that people from all across the globe would join in an action of harmony and bringing people together around the same moment all across the globe. And then if it was videotaped, you can send your videotape in to an organization that's going to make kind of a big virtual choir out of all the people singing. So I wanted our students to have an experience of harmony beyond what we experience in the school, of feeling connected to the greater international community, and to understanding that singing and music is a way to bridge across cultures, across time, across history, across all systems of belief, that it's a thing that unites all of us across the globe. And I wanted, as my first gesture here at Centennial, kind of my first welcoming myself into the community, to welcome our community into the world.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, I had no idea about that, and that was cool. Seeing that, Centennial gets to always bring in new things and try new things, and I just thought that was really cool.
Well, thank you.
Cool thing, yeah. So for some students, when is the choir concert?
Well, the first one, our first choir concert is going to be in December 8th. Ensemble will have a couple of other outside performances, which I'll let the audience know about in the coming days.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that concert as well. And now I would just kind of like to ask, I know you talked about it a little bit, your past. What's something from your past that you'd like to share with us?
Thanks for asking, Phil. One thing that a lot of people don't know, when I was about 9 years old, I made a little Christmas record. It's called Betcha There's a Santa Claus. You can't find it anywhere. It's not on YouTube, but I toured the state of Ohio to promote it, and it was, at that time, probably the coolest thing I did. And then I sang it at a Browns-Colts playoff game in the old Browns Stadium.
Wow.
I'm not going to tell you what year I did that, but it was a long time ago.
That's awesome. Yeah, I had no idea. That's crazy. And And then I guess the last question for you would be, what do you look forward to this year? What do you look forward to bringing to Centennial? Something new? I mean, you already have done that in like your first few weeks of teaching here. But what do you look forward to bringing Centennial this year?
Well, one of the things I'm really looking forward to is collaborating with Andrew Martin, our new theater director. We're going to be doing Into the Woods this spring. I'm really excited about that. I have a lot of community musical theater experience. I've done a lot of musical theater directing, music directing around town. I'm excited about bringing that experience to bear here. I'm just excited about developing our students' love of music and about continuing, as I said earlier, to build harmony among ourselves and to connect ourselves to the world through song.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that musical as well. That'll be a great thing. Make sure you guys are there to watch that. The dates, we'll come out with those later. But thank you so much, Ms.
Thanks for having me, Phil.
Appreciate that. And on to our next story. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
That was awesome.
Thank you so much.
And now we're going to play you some bonus footage of the International Day of Peace here at Centennial High School. Let's take you to the footage now.
broken road, rebuilt all our lives. When we were the closest we create, oh, go to
going to head on over to App of the Week with Giuliana Lorenzoni. Let's take you there now.
Like, this is such a good game. It's called Skyward, and you can play in 2 different modes. Classic mode is like just like a chill mode, and then there's a hardcore mode where it's like you're timed on it, and it's too much. It's just too much. But your goal is like to keep on like spinning the dots onto the platform. So it's gonna be like right now the red dot is spinning, and I'm gonna have to spin that onto the platform, then blue and red, and keep on doing that. And then the platforms, they like change and drop away in like the direction that they are changes too. But you just gotta time it perfectly, like when you drop the dot. Like, I just got 23. My high score on this is 170. I'm gonna try the hardcore one. I'm gonna look so bad. Like, honestly, I can't get anything on this. And, like, if you take too long to put your dot onto the platform, then it, like, starts to shrink. Like, you only have a certain amount of time until you have to be on the platform again. Like, if I would just leave this going, like, it just shrinks until, like, I lose that point.
And now to Sam Benson at the Sports Desk.
Hello, I'm Sam Benson, your sports anchor for WSTR, and today we have some footage of our girls volleyball team against International. Our girls volleyball team is currently 11-3, and they are in direct contention for another city title.